Hey, what's going on? My name is Henry, and this video is actually a re-upload of a video I posted up like a week ago. It's a news video, so it's probably already out of date. I got a copyright strike on the video. I thought it was unjustified. I'm not gonna bother fighting it. I'll just cut out the content. I don't care. Like, I was just trying to promote something that I thought was interesting. I wanted to talk about it, and they copyrighted, so I was like, well, I'm not gonna hassle myself over something like that if they're just gonna copyright it. So that part has been cut out. Yeah, enjoy this old, outdated content. We are gonna have a special video coming out on Friday, so stay tuned for that. And here's the rest of the video. Thank you for watching again, maybe.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Henry, and this is Breakable Program, and today we're going to talk about new information on The Last of Us Part 2 and the upcoming Winter Wonderland event, and so much more. The Last of Us Part 2 is the most anticipated game for me coming out next year, so any new information coming out about it is super exciting. During the PSX panel, Neil Druckmann, Haley Gross, Troy Baker, and Ashley Johnson were interviewed by Hannah Hart. I'm not sure why. In case you don't know, Haley Gross is a new writer for the Naughty Dog team and previously worked as a writer for the critically acclaimed show Westworld. They talked about the fact that the game is focused around trying to find justice and it takes place mostly in Seattle. They did also tease out the fact that one of the characters is pregnant. It didn't really go too in depth into who or how or why, but it's pretty cool to already be getting some story elements at this point. The biggest news that came out of it is where they are in the development of the game. They said that they're about 50 to 60% done with the game, so we might be able to expect a release either in late 2018 or 2019, depending on when they actually started the development of The Last of Us 2. But even with the game this far out, it's still pretty exciting to get any news on it. Winter Wonderland event is currently live on Overwatch right now, and with it are a few changes and returning modes. So May's Snowball Offensive is making a return to Overwatch in the Black Forest with a whole new revamped winter map, but they are adding a new mode called Yeti Hunt, where 5 Mays try to find and kill one Winston, and Winston's job is to go around the map trying to find power-ups in the form of meat to enable his primal rage. Along with these modes are new skins and new functions to the reporting system, where you will now get notification if any action was taken against someone you reported, and they are also making new changes to competitive in Season 8. If you are a diamond or above, SR will no longer be influenced by your individual performance. With the current system, if you do well and you win, you gain more SR, but if you lose less SR. With the new system, you will no longer have to worry about if your stats are high. All you have to worry about is winning, creating more incentive for you to be a team player. Personally, I'm not in diamond, so it doesn't affect me, but if these changes do well, maybe they'll be implemented in lower SR. The co-founder of Boskey, Arjun Brucey, left Boskey to go work with Epic Games on a secret project. Cliff Blazinski, the other co-founder of Boskey, tweeted out, "It is with a heavy heart that I have to inform you that we parted ways with Arjun Brucey from Boskey. He is not only a brilliant person, but also a dear friend, and I wish him well in his future endeavors." So I think this is very telling of where they are as far as the future of the company is concerned. If you're successful and your company is doing well, most people wouldn't jump ship in the middle of all the success. And I don't think it's any big secret that Boskey's first foray into the video game market was not even close to being as successful as they would have hoped. In case you don't know, Boskey is a production house that is responsible for Lawbreakers, the game that at the time of writing the script has had a peak concurrent player count of 32 in the past 24 hours, especially with a multiplayer game that's not playable. And it's a real shame because players and critics alike thought this game was amazing. Playing it for the short time I was able to before its player count dropped so low, it literally took 2 hours sitting in the queue and still not being able to find a match. I agree with the consensus that it was a really good game. Hopefully with some changes in the future, maybe the game could make a comeback, but at this moment, it's literally unplayable. As far as the people that work at Boskey, I hope everyone the best and wish everyone a bright future. On some lighter news, PubG was recently in a little bit of hot water for something that got through QA somehow and ended up in the testing servers. The models in the testing servers were shown to have camel toes, and that's the whole story. It's not really much of a story, but I think it's just funny how it could have possibly gone through so many hands and still ended up on the testing servers. They did respond back with a tweet. After looking into this, it appears it came as part of the character model we received from an outsourcer when we first started the project. The file itself has not been changed in 2 years. It will be updated shortly with changes. Sorry for any offense caused. But seriously, after 2 years and meticulous development, somehow after all that it still got through? I'm not too sure if I believe that, but we'll let it slide. Back in February 28th, Horizon Zero Dawn was released. If you missed the game, which I think most people didn't, since it was literally the second best-selling game on the PS4 next to Uncharted 4, it's about robot dinosaurs. It's probably the best game that came out in 2017. Just the over-the-top concept and the lore and everything about the game felt like a 10-year-old came up with it, but in a good way, you know? It's fun and challenging on the hardest difficulty without being frustrating. Anyways, I don't want to gush about this game too much, but last month on November 7th, they released new DLC called The Frozen Wilds, and it completely flew under my radar. I haven't played it yet, but I have purchased it, and if you haven't tried Horizon Zero Dawn, I wholeheartedly recommend that you try it out because it just brings you back to your imaginations as a kid. With games like Hellblade, they are fantastic, but sometimes you just want to play a really fun game, and that's what Horizon is for. Moving on, Square Enix recently announced that they are releasing a new Tomb Raider game in 2018, which is pretty much all the information we got. No extra details, which is why it's in the Quizzic news section of the video.